Dark matter. Have you ever stopped to wonder what the universe is actually made of? For decades, scientists believed that stars, planets, and galaxies, everything we can see made up most of reality. But when they started adding up all that visible matter, something didn't make sense. The numbers didn't add up. Galaxies were spinning far too fast. The gravitational force holding them together was much stronger than anything visible matter could explain. So where was the missing mass coming from? That question led scientists to a disturbing idea, something called dark matter. A mysterious substance that can't be seen, doesn't emit light, doesn't reflect it, and can't be touched. Yet its presence is felt everywhere in the cosmos. In fact, about 85% of all the matter in the universe is believed to be dark matter, which means everything we can see, stars, planets, galaxies, even us, is only a tiny fraction of what actually exists. The rest of the universe is made of something invisible, something unmeasurable, and something we still don't understand. Rogue planets. Imagine a planet drifting alone through the darkness of space. No sun, no orbit, no home. These are called rogue planets, wandering worlds, kicked out of their original star systems. Maybe because of violent cosmic collisions, chaotic gravity, or something we still don't fully understand. What's even more unsettling is that there may be more rogue planets than stars in our galaxy. That means for every point of light you see in the night sky, there could be countless dark worlds silently roaming the void. Some of them might be as massive as Jupiter. Others could be about the size of Earth. And a few might even hide warm underground oceans potentially capable of supporting life without any sunlight at all. And here's the disturbing part. If a rogue planet ever passed too close to our solar system, its gravity could disrupt planetary orbits, trigger catastrophic events, or even alter the course of human history. Between the stars, there are orphaned worlds drifting in silence, waiting to be discovered. Oumuamua. One morning in 2017, when telescopes in Hawaii spotted something they had never seen before. A small object, long and faintly shimmering, slipping quietly between the stars. At first, astronomers thought it was just another passing asteroid. Nothing unusual. That kind of thing happens all the time in our solar system. But as more data came in, one detail made the entire scientific team fall silent. This object didn't come from our solar system. Its trajectory was wrong. Its speed was far too high for anything bound by the sun's gravity. It appeared to come from the direction of the star Vega, shot through our system, bounced away at an angle that made no sense, and then disappeared back into interstellar space. They named it Oumuamua, a Hawaiian word meaning a messenger from afar. But a messenger from who? To this day, no one has a definitive answer. Some scientists believe it was a completely natural object, an interstellar traveler shaped by forces we don't yet understand. But other scientists, like Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb, put forward a theory that was far more disturbing. What if Oumuamua wasn't just a rock? What if it was technology, a probe, a signal, or a message sent into the void thousands of years ago that just happened to pass by Earth in our time? The WOW signal. Inside a modest laboratory at Ohio State University, an astronomer named Jerry Eman was doing what he did every night, quietly monitoring the sky using a massive radio telescope called Big Ear. That night was supposed to be ordinary, boring even, just endless numbers and lonely graphs scrolling across paper. But hidden among that sea of meaningless data, appeared something that would change history. On a long sheet of computer printout, Jerry noticed a strange sequence of characters, 6EQUJ5. A radio signal unlike anything they had ever seen before. Extremely strong, extremely narrow. It wasn't from a satellite, not from an airplane, not from Earth. And what made it even more unsettling, the signal was coming from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius. Overwhelmed, Jerry grabbed a pen and wrote a single word in the margin of the paper. Wow! With a bold exclamation mark. From that moment on, the world would know it as the WOW signal. But what made this signal so special wasn't just its strength. It was its clarity, almost impossible to occur by random chance. The signal lasted for exactly 72 seconds and then vanished. It has never been detected again, even though radio telescopes around the world have been searching for it for decades. Bota's void. Imagine exploring the night sky through a telescope. No matter where you look, there's always something there. Stars, galaxies, light stretching endlessly in every direction. But what if, in the middle of all that light, there was a place with nothing? Not because it's too far away, not because our instruments can't see it, but because it's truly empty. In 1981, astronomers discovered exactly that. A region now known as the Botas void. It's an enormous stretch of space about 330 million light-years wide. For comparison, our entire Milky Way galaxy doesn't even come close to a millionth of that size. And yet, inside this vast region, there are almost no galaxies at all. Based on everything we know about the universe, astronomers expected to find more than 10,000 galaxies there. Instead, they found only around 60. The rest is silence. It's as if a massive chunk of the universe simply went missing. Scientists have tried to explain it. Maybe that region never fully formed. Maybe gravity there prevents stars and galaxies from coming together. But the longer they study the Botas void, the more unsettling the questions become. What if this emptiness isn't random at all? Gamma ray burst. Imagine an explosion so powerful that, in just 1 second, it releases more energy than our sun will produce over billions of years. That's a gamma ray burst, the most violent event ever observed in the universe. Gamma ray bursts happen when an enormous star reaches the end of its life, collapses in on itself, and explodes as a hypernova. In a fraction of a second, 2 narrow beams of gamma radiation are fired into space with enough power to wipe out entire star systems. Fortunately, these beams are extremely focused. Most gamma ray bursts never point in our direction, because if even one of those beams were aimed at Earth, the results would be catastrophic. Our atmosphere could be stripped away in moments. The oceans could begin to boil, and life on this planet could disappear without ever realizing what happened. What makes this even more unsettling is that many gamma ray bursts come from galaxies incredibly far away. If something that distant can release that much energy, imagine what would happen if a similar event occurred closer to home.